This is commentary on Workbook Lesson 119 in A Course in Miracles. Again, we're reviewing two ideas for the day, and we have one longer practice period in the morning and one in the evening for 5 minutes at least or longer if it's working out for us. Also, we want to have frequent reminders throughout the day that on the hour we'll remember one of these lessons, and on the half hour we'll remember the other one. This truth will correct all errors in my mind we remember on the hour, and to give and to receive are one in truth we remember on the half hour. The real key to this set of lessons is for us to learn how to hold on to these ideas that the Course is teaching us throughout the day, that we hold them in our minds as much as we possibly can, and we let them relate to our life just as it is, our everyday concerns, problems, and needs, and realize that by placing these ideas in our minds, that we are having faith in these ideas, but also sharing a faith with the Holy Spirit that our minds will know what to do with these ideas, that our minds are such that they will recognize them, and if we let them, they will relate to everything in our lives. And instead of having our ego animate our lives, that these ideas will animate them and reflect our truer self, which is the self that God created perfect and peaceful and loving and joyful. So we want to try and practice as much as we can. We want to have an awareness in our minds, the distinctions between a life based in the ego and the body, and a distinction between the life of spirit. And let us make that exchange, because that's really what we want. So this lesson here, truth will correct all errors in my mind. I was mistaken when I can be hurt in any way. So for instance, as we let these ideas relate to our everyday life, to our concerns, our needs, our problems, we recognize that the way that we see ourselves now, that we feel vulnerable, we feel disappointment in the way things turn out in people, and that, but remembering that the truth of what we are, and that it being the truth, it's always true, that we are completely safe, always, regardless of the outside world and its happenings, regardless of how things seem, we are still safe, and we are in the mind of God, and we are the self that He created in love. And so we want to take that idea during the day as we practice, and let it relate to those very situations where, for instance, we seem to be very vulnerable, and let this idea instill in us a sense of our true strength. And so here's the second idea: to give and receive are one in truth. It refers to giving forgiveness. I will forgive all things today, that I may learn how to accept the truth in me and come to recognize my sinlessness. And remember, forgiveness is really about remembering who we are, that we will need to forgive ourselves for looking to the world for what it can't give to us, looking to ourselves and thinking of our failures as sins or something that indicates that we're this little small self. We want to forgive ourselves for that idea, because it's not true, and we want to do that throughout the day. So on the hour, again, we'll take this idea, truth will correct all errors in my mind, and on the half hour, to give and receive are one in truth. And then there was a reminder at the end of the review for this lesson, was to remember how little we've learned, to remember how much we can learn now, and to remember how much our Father needs us to learn these lessons. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.